Welcome to the channel. My name is Fuller Kamara. Today I'm going to show you how to import bank transactions through the bank feed. Sometimes after connecting your bank account, you might have some connectivity issues. So the only solution in some cases, you might just have to import the transactions. Before you can import transaction through the banking center, you have to have specific fields in your CSV file. So you first have to save the file into a CSV format. If you look at this file, you are required to have the date, the description, the payee, the money spent. That is, if you want to get like two columns, you can get one column or two. So if you just maintain one column, you say amount, you can indicate like all the credit positive numbers and then the debit negative numbers. But in this case, I prefer to use two columns. So money received, these are deposits that you actually receive. Then the check number, most time is not required, but for completeness sake, I just added this. After you've added all these columns, you save the file into CSV. If you don't know how to save a file into CSV, you just need to open, let me just show you. You just need to open a new spreadsheet. For example, let's say this is the file you wanted to save as a CSV. So if you command S, you can save this as a CSV. On the file format, you can just click on this down arrow and you can see you have the option to save it as Excel 97 CSV. So this is what you select, the CSV. So once you click that, you click save, then you will have the file as a CSV file. So because I don't want us to save this, I'll just close. Now, after you've saved this as a CSV, so now let's go to Intuit now for us to import these transactions. So now, as you can see, we are now in Pro Advisor account, which is just the account for tutorials. These are all fake transactions. In order for you to access the banking center, you can just go to transactions and now you can see the banking center. So in these transactions, this is where you find app transaction, receipt, reconcile, rules, chart of account, and recurring transactions. So if you have not seen my previous tutorials, I suggest you watch those. I have a whole tutorial on bank transactions. But in this case, I just wanted to show you how to import bank transaction. So now to import the transaction, once you are here, you just go to, you click on the link account, you click on this down arrow so you can see upload from a file. So you click upload from file, you can see you have the option here, bring it transaction automatically, wherein you can connect through the banks, the respective banks. But in this case, we are going to manually upload our transaction. So first, let's select the file. So once we click select file, so you can see bank upload. I already saved this file as CSV. So .csv file mean it's a CSV format. So click upload. So now once we click upload, you can see the green check mark. So if you want to delete, you can delete this and re-upload something else. But in this case, we're good with this upload. We click continue. So now we are going to select the account. Which account are we using? Is it the checking, savings? So which bank account? So let's say you have multiple bank accounts, savings, maybe cash on hand, like a petty cash. But in this case, we're going to use the checking account, because the reason why we're selecting the banks, because this is the account we're going to do like when we are doing our reconciliation. So we want to select which bank this is coming from. So this is specifically for the checking. So we select continue. So now is the first row in your file a header. So QuickBooks is asking if your first row is actually a header. So if you go back to our file, you can see the header here. We actually have the first row as our header. So we say yes. If no, you can say no, but in this case we say yes. So next, how many columns? Show amount. So sometimes the amount, you can just show them as one column. You can have some numbers are positive, some are negative. But in this case, we split the columns into two. We have money received and money paid. So in this case, we say two columns. So you see, then what's the date format? So here you can choose the date format, whether you want like the month first and then the days and then the year. So since we're in the US, so we select the month. So now on these columns, you can see QuickBooks fields, and then you have columns from your file. These columns from your file, the columns that we have on our files that we are importing. QuickBooks fields, these are the fields that are in QuickBooks. So you are going to map these fields so that you can tell QuickBooks that these are the columns. In this file, these columns match to this. So here, the date, QuickBooks already automatically selected the date for us. So QuickBooks has automatically selected the description for us. On the money received, you can see it's currently blank. We select the down arrow and select money received. Okay, so the money spent, we select the down arrow and select spent and select money spent. And now next, the check number is optional. So next, now let's continue. Once we get to this point, we have the option to keep the original values, or you can flip the transactions. Positive numbers, that is income transactions, then the negative ones are expense. So we select all the transactions we need, or you can also pick and choose which transaction you want to import. But in this case, we are going to import all of them. Click continue. Now you can see the pop-up. So we say yes, the import is complete. So now you can see the transactions have been imported. You can now add or do whatever you want to do, categorize. Yeah, that's the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like if you like the video. See you in the next video.